So the first prioritization framework I want to take you through is one of the most popular in the product space, and it is known as RICE. RICE is an acronym that stands for Reach, Impact, Confidence, and Effort. And what that acronym then does is we do a calculation that gives us what is known as our RICE score. So to break it down, RICE starts with reach. Now, what do we mean by reach? Well, reach simply means how many customers or users or even potential customers do we believe this thing, this feature, this opportunity is going to reach in literal terms. Now, the beauty about reach is it starts to put our customers at the center of the conversation. Is this something that affects 10% of our users, or is it something that affects 100 or 90%? Is it something that we think, is going to reach a very large market segment and therefore give us a lot of leads each month, let's say 300 leads a month or 3,000 even, versus something that might only give us, 1 lead a day, like 30 leads a month? And the other thing that this does with reach is it starts to help us avoid biases. It helps us to avoid doing things for a small subset of users or unfairly weighing that over something that actually affects a large amount, right? We're really putting our users in the center and making sure that we're not biased towards the one that perhaps jumps up and down and is the loudest, but could be the minority. The next piece of the puzzle in RICE is impact. Impact is all about what is that outcome, what is that change in user behavior, and what are the business benefits we think this opportunity or feature is going to give us. Now, the reason why I love RICE and I love impact is if you are approaching prioritization as a multi-layered activity, you can really frame impact here as how impactful is this thing going to be to that goal that we have prioritized, to our OKR, our outcome. So as an example, if we were focused on increasing conversion rate by 2%, top of the funnel thinking, that type of stuff, then the question becomes, do I think that this is going to help us get closer to that 2%? And then if so, by how much? Do I think this is going to get us that 2% if we did this? Or do I think that it's going to get us halfway there? Maybe a quarter of the way there? It's really quantifying the impact, and you can really align it to that goal that you have, which creates that really good synergy. So if something isn't aligning to our goal at the moment, then the impact will be zero. The calculation would end up being zero at the end, and we wouldn't prioritize that feature. So we remain focused. The next part of RICE is confidence. Confidence is something that I love in my prioritization frameworks. It's because, as I said when I talked about the frameworks to avoid, one of the things which is almost an anti-pattern in those prioritization frameworks is they assume that everything is a good idea and that we know that it's a good idea. Why confidence is so powerful is it starts to bring that into the conversation. It brings the inherent uncertainty that is product development into the way that we prioritize. So confidence with RICE is really the question, how confident am I about this opportunity, this feature, this functionality, and how confident am I that it's going to give us that impact score I just gave it, and it's going to reach those number of users and customers that I said that it would. The other thing with confidence that I really love is it helps us avoid that anti-pattern of not being data informed, of having that gut feeling prioritization. If we are doing a gut feeling here, then that is all well and good, but we would give it a low confidence because I don't have the data to support my argument to say, yes, I believe that this is going to help us. It's going to have this impact. It's going to reach these customers because I don't have that information. So my confidence is going to be low versus another feature or another opportunity where we do have all of that evidence. We do have data and research to support it. In that case, the confidence would be higher. And then the last piece of RICE as a framework is effort. And effort, self-explanatory, how long or how much effort do we think it's going to take in order to deliver this? Now, effort can be both discovery effort and delivery effort. It doesn't need to be one or the other because it's all effort. And just like with most prioritization things we are trying to basically trade off return on investment. So how much effort are we going to put into it, and time and energy and money, and then what are we getting in return? So RICE as a formula, as a calculation, looks like this. It is reach times the impact times confidence divided by effort. And what you end up with is a RICE score, a just single numerical number, and we can compare things to each other's based on that score.